Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest World Tutorials. I am CZZ, and in this video we're going to go up against the new Mega Monster, so that is going to be the Lava Dragon, so we're going to be Special Class Level 70. So for that, I'm actually going to be using this team here, so you're going to see that I do have the new weapon, the Giga on my ninja, but here I'm going to start off with my character from the left. So this is going to be a god hand equipped with the sword of Roto, or Roto's dragon sword. So this is actually going to work out quite well, especially since I will have the domain skill to make the enemy weaker to Dein attacks, so that should actually work out. Then over here I'm going to have a High Priest equipped with the Mysterious Crystal, so that's going to be used for healing and buffing, of course. Then here going to have the Giga, so going to be using this to do damage to the enemy and also debuff it as well, so especially with Terrified. So if I can get Terrified max level, all of its buffs will actually disappear, and I will actually get some nice stuff, or be able to do some pretty good damage to the enemy, as I will be able to just go in and attack. Then over here, going to have a Guardian equipped with the Moon Axe of Rubus, so going to remove buffs or flip buffs from positive to negative, so that should actually work out quite well. So if you want to know more about this team, you can look down in the video description down below. But now I want to go over the enemy over here, so going to be the Lava Dragon. So the Lava Dragon, of course, is going to be a dragon, going to have around 800,000 HP, 1 to 3 actions per turn. Weaknesses will be Hyato, Dorma, and then Dein, since I do have the domain skill. Then its greatest ability is going to be its domain skill of its own, which is called Flame Reserves. So with this domain skill, it gives the enemy a critical hit guard and increases the enemy's attack power every turn. After that, it's going to have a Rengoku no Kain, which is Flames of Purgatory. This does around 600 Mara Breath damage to all characters, but if he's going to be buffed with Flames of Reserves, this can actually be do higher damage. After that, we're going to have an ability called Furisasogu Kaindan, which is going to be Falling Fireball Barrage. So with that, this does around 800 Mara damage, physical damage to a character and to the characters adjacent to them. So this can only be used when Flame Reserves is active. After that, we're going to have Cho Bumawashi, which is Super Spin Attack. This does around 450 physical damage to one character with a chance to blow them away from the battle. After that, going to have a Cho Renzoku Kamitsuki, which is Super Successive Bites. This does around 200 physical damage 4 times to one character. Going to have a Hageshi Hono, which is Intense Flame. This does around 300 Mara Breath damage to all characters. A Jiko Kyoka, which is going to be self-strengthened. This gives the enemy a limit break, spell resistance rank 1, and increase evasion rate by 2 ranks. Then it's also going to have a sudden activation skill called Sento Taisei ni Naru, which is going to be battle resistance. This gives the enemy tension level 2, resistance to all attributes by 1 rank, and breath resistance by 1 rank. So in terms of notes for this particular battle, defeat the enemy as fast as possible so that you do not feel the full effects of Flame Reserves. Use Henatos and Nukari to lower attack power, defenses respectively. Use focus attacks to avoid missing the enemy. Lower enemy tension, or use skills that remove buffs. Use Summer Memory or a God Hand as a measure to deal with having a character being blown away. Then use a weapon that has sudden activation skills that give you favor against dragons. And then equip gear, soul pearls that increase your resistance and or damage to dragon type enemies. So my main goal here is to pretty much try to debuff by shadow weaving. So especially the first round, that's going to be the round where he's going to use Flame Reserves. If I can prevent the enemy from using Flame Reserves, that's really going to help me out in this battle. So with that said, here we go. Okay, so here we go against the Lava Dragon. So this shouldn't actually be too hard. So with that said, let's see who's going to go first. So this is actually going to be my first battle of the day. That actually is going to have not going to be a problem. But here, the first thing I'm going to be doing is going to be using Shining impact. So I'm going to flip some buffs around. So let's see which ones. So just the breath resistance. So here what I want to do is go ahead, Lucky Taro. And then here going to go ahead and attack. So there, okay, good. I did get a shadow weave there, so that actually really does help out. So here what I'm going to go ahead and do is use, let's see, I'm going to actually use Heroes Gather Strength. So here again, Shining Breath, or Shining Impact. So that there, so now that's actually lowered that resistance. So here what I'll do is I will go ahead and I'm actually going to use, let's see, I'm going to use Encore. So I can give this character increased attacks. So let's see what happens here. So, ooh, wow. 600,000 damage. Pretty much that was actually quite good. Of course. And let's see what happens here. Okay, not as much damage. But with that, after 2 rounds, pretty much the Lava Dragon is almost down. So I would say that most likely this round, the Lava Dragon is going to go down. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. And another Shadow Weave, so that actually really does help. Let's see here. Lava Dragon is down. Okay. So the Lava Dragon Mega Monsters were 60,000 XP. And the soul is going to be a yellow soul. Here I got a C. And then with this second soul here, I got a D. Okay, so that was my battle against the Lava Dragon. So that actually went quite well. Everything worked out like perfectly. So pretty much by the end of round 3, I have already taken out the Lava Dragon. So that actually, like I said, worked out quite well. So what really helps is getting that Shadow Weave right at the beginning, so he won't be able to use Flame Reserves to increase his attack power every turn, and to also get a critical hit guard, which is going to be, or which was necessary, getting critical hits for my success in this battle. So I was actually able to do the one attack that did over 600,000 damage, so over half of its life. So that actually worked out quite well. So besides that, definitely everyone had a part to play in this particular battle. So with my Guardian debuffing by flipping the buffs that it had, with my Ninja being able to debuff it, and with Terrified, and to also Shadow Weave it as well, so that helped. Then with my High Priest, going to go ahead heal, pretty much mainly buffing my God Hand here, but also did a little bit of healing. But of course my God Hand was my biggest attack right here, so definitely yeah, things actually went quite well. So that's pretty much going to be it for this video. But something I would like to do is actually go over the S-grade soul of this particular enemy, though I actually do not have it. I only have an A-grade soul, which is going to be found right over here. So in terms of the S-grade soul, when we're talking about yellow souls, the main stats are usually going to be your max HP, your durability, and also your strength as well. So with the S grade soul, it's actually going to be 122 to your max HP, 142 to your strength, only 65 to your durability, so that's actually not very high. But besides that, your agility is 118, and then your dexterity is at 100. So with the abilities that we have for the S grade soul, the first one, you're not actually going to see it here, but pretty much during battle, with some skills, you're actually able to give your allies increases to your to their skill damage, and then that can be done 4 times. Then also you're going to be able to get a tailwind as well. Then besides that, we're also going to have plus 7% to your weapon and physical technique skill damage, plus 13% to Jibario weapon and physical technique damage, plus 9% to Gira weapon and physical technique damage, and plus 3% resistance to Shadow Shadow. So that's actually going to be that particular soul there. But besides that, that's going to be it for this particular video. So like I said, I would like to do the super high difficulty quest, so I would like to get that done, so we'll see what happens. But we also have a high difficulty quest coming for this quest as well, for this particular event as well, so please stay tuned for that. But with that said, I'm going to end this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.